a fight between rival motorcycle clubs. Prosecutors say, boy, is this going slow or what? Portland. New details have emerged in the Portland shooting that left a woman, let me enlarge this for you guys so you can read it, that left a woman dead on Forest Avenue earlier this summer. Now, this is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. You're going to have some of all of it. We're going to have patch policing, and then you're going to have somebody get mad and call in the big bros, and then the big bros come in and kill somebody. It's crazy. So let's just get into the video real quick. And you guys, like we used to say in the Navy, stand by for heavy rolls. Here we go.
New details in the Portland shooting that woman dead on Forest Avenue earlier this summer. Prosecutors now allege it happened during a fight between two rival motorcycle clubs.
Yeah, all of this was revealed during a bail hearing today for the alleged shooter, Aaron Karp, who now faces a murder charge.
Can you hear it? It seems really low to me. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
CBS 13's Brad Rogers was in the courtroom, and Brad, all of this was caught by a security camera near Morrill's Corner. What can you tell us?
Right, Steph. In this video, you will see 3 people firing guns, and I want to caution viewers about that. Police say they used a dash cam video and 2 surveillance videos to identify the gunman who shot Susan McHugh. Now, this all started at the Brookside Bar in Westbrook back on July 30th, which you see in this video introduced in court today. According to testimony, the bar has rules about not wearing biker jackets and vests with their colors. Again, according to testimony today, the FSU Biker Club got upset with the Higher Calling Club for wearing their colors, threw some punches, and stole one of their vests. Police say Higher Calling members then called members of a third club named the Outlaws, who showed up at the Brookside Bar and later confronted some members of the FSU Club on Forest Avenue. Police testified 7 men wearing outlaw colors crossed Forest Avenue, carrying weapons including a baseball bat and a small sledgehammer, and attacked 3 members of the rival club. That's when police say Susan McHugh fired 1 shot to defend her husband and the others, causing all the outlaws to turn and run until police say the defendant, Aaron Karp, allegedly fired 9 shots at Susan McHugh, with 1 bullet hitting her in the chest. Now, police say they used dash cam and surveillance video to identify Karp by matching his clothing, watch, and how he walked. The prosecution asked for Karp to be held without bail, fearing witnesses might be in danger. Both lawyers also argued whether self-defense should be considered in this case.
They didn't have to go to the Meineke loft. This would have all been done. Miss McHugh would be alive today if they had not gone to that Meineke loft. But they went to confront Mr. McHugh, Mr. Holmes, and Mr. Cashapp. And they brought weapons in hand, and he brought a gun. And we see that on the video, him firing the gun.
Let's be clear here. The Outlaws did not start this incident. Mr. Holmes and his FSU gang went and literally robbed and stole and assaulted people who happened to be friendly with the Outlaws. They started this. So when they say we provoked it or the Outlaws provoked it, that's just not true.
Defense affidavits say Karp was not at the scene of the alleged crime, but the state says his cell phone shows he was in the area. Now, prosecutors and the defense will present written arguments on probable cause in this case. Justice John O'Neill will read those written arguments before deciding on bail. For now, the defendant is being held without bail until the judge makes a ruling on this case. We're live in Portland. Brad Rogers, CBS 13 News.
Well, wow. This is the first time me really watching this video. I have some very pointed things to say, though. This is crazy. Okay, so you got, first of all, some patch policing going on. This thing all started because, from what I can see, from the little bit I can see, now this is my opinion. I'm not stating this as a fact, so I don't want to be lying on anybody. But this is an opinion from what I can see. So you got these guys here from the FSU who decide that they don't like this guy wearing his colors. And you can see right there, they just walk up and start punching and beating on this guy while somebody else has his colors. You guys need to stop this fucking patch policing bullshit. It's ridiculous. There's cameras everywhere. There it is, right there on camera. Let clubs be clubs and cut this shit out. This right here ultimately led to a woman's death. Somebody died over this, over this nonsense. Here we are in America. We should be able to wear our freaking colors around without being worried about somebody coming and beating the shit out of you, circling you, beating you to death, beating you up, and taking your colors. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Now, in this case, it's a possibility that they punched on a support club of somebody, or at the very least, friends with somebody you're close with, because they just picked up the phone and dialed. And a lot of times, Lavish, you don't even have to be a support club. Theoretically, okay, we're going to do some MC protocol here. Theoretically, if you are blessed by a motorcycle club, theoretically, the motorcycle club dominant that blesses you also offers you some level of protection. I have had this happen before, that I have called a dominant that blessed us because another 1% nation was acting crazy. And instead of having to fight that nation, I just called the dominant, and we're not a support club or anything, but a dominant is responsible for policing their area and keeping BS from happening. And they were like, oh yeah, Black Dragon will be right there. And the BS stopped. So it could have exactly been what that was. Oh yeah, well, there's a dominant here that's the real sheriff. We'll just call them. So I find that to be interesting. But here, another thing is, after they beat this guy up, and then this guy takes his colors, you can see right here, he's got the man's colors. And
again, according to testimony today, he hands
somebody this guy's colors while they're beating the guy up. Man, and I can't just sit there while you whooping my. I'm 61. I still can't just sit there while you whooping my ass, bro. I got to do something. If it's gum your ass to death, I got to start gumming. If I got to spit on you, or just point a finger and say F you, something. But I'm swinging. I'm doing something, man. I hope. I hope I'm doing something. Then they just walk away with his colors like it's cool. So the next thing is,
for wearing their colors,
the Outlaws Motorcycle Club shows up and starts putting down some justice.
At the Brookside Bar.
At this point, it's a fight. Y'all wanted to fight. We got to fight. We got hammers and baseball bats. Y'all got clubs and flashlights, brass knuckles, something. Let's get it. Let's get it on. Ooh, let's get it on. So they're getting it on, kind of like me talking to the preacher the other day. They was getting it on. And somebody pulls out a gun. She might have saw. Listen, my own woman is a monster. I would imagine if she saw me getting it, she might pop off around her too as well. Wife saw somebody getting it, popped off around,
and later confronted some members of the FSU club on Forest Avenue. Police testified 7 men wearing outlaw colors crossed Forest Avenue, carrying weapons including a baseball bat and a small sledgehammer, and attacked 3 members of the rival club.
Yeah, it's a fight. It's a fight. At this point, no guns are involved. It's a fight. You beat up our friends, took their colors. Now we fixed to come take yours.
That's when police say Susan McHugh fired 1 shot to defend her husband and the other.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem. Somebody pulled a gun and started shooting. They turned what was a fist fight between hammers and things. They turn a fist fight into a gunfight. When you turn a fist fight into a gunfight, now you got a gunfight.
Causing all the outlaws to turn and run until police say the defendant, Aaron Karp, allegedly fired 9 shots at Susan McHugh, with 1 bullet hitting her in the chest.
And that's crazy that you fire 9 shots. And I went to the range recently, and 20 feet away, I hadn't shot in a while. And if you just go bang, 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 you'll be surprised what you can hit. Anyone can stand at the range and go bang, 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 but a bang, 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 it's hard to hit. You got to practice that. So it's not inconceivable that you would shoot at somebody 9 times and only hit them 1 time. But all you need to do is hit them 1 time.
I got a lot of stuff to say.
Hold on. Look at that right there. This is where he's over here somewhere. And look, where am I pointing? he's over here somewhere. And the poor woman is unfortunately pew-pewed. And it looks like somebody here is ducks down to try to take care of her.
Now, police say they used dash cam and surveillance video to identify Karp by matching his clothing, watch.
Oh, and that person who went to go help her shot back at the guy who shot her. You can't see her. She's here. This person right here goes to help her. And I guess she's unhelpable. And then he right here shoots back. He doesn't get any charges, no murder charges on him, no attempted.
The prosecution
and that guy let off. My God, that was terrifying.
Karp to be held without bail, fearing witnesses might be in danger. Both lawyers also argued whether.
So he's held without bail because witnesses might be in danger. And I got a video coming up for you guys because I have just been speaking with one of the guys in the Whiskey Barrel Saloon shooting in Oklahoma City a couple years ago. Has it been 2 years yet? Which a whole bunch of folks got killed between the Banditos and the Homitos. And what you guys have to know about losing your civil rights while this stuff is going on is absolutely crazy. And I have that video coming for you guys. But anyway, here's something that I find very interesting in the court, and then I'm going to let you talk, my young brother.
They didn't have to go to the Meineke loft. This would have all been done. Miss McHugh would be alive today if they had not gone to that Meineke loft.
Miss McHugh would also be alive today had she not started firing first. This is where you have what I think is very interesting, and we call that, I remember the argument that they made in the, oh man, who was the guy who shot that kid down in Florida? George Zimmerman, where you can be in a fight, right? Or even have started that fight, but get to a point where it's self-defense, even though you started the fight. So when she says that they came there, the Outlaws, when she says they came there and they started the fight or whatever the case may be, yeah, but they didn't come there and start shooting. I think that's, I don't know. I think that's, you should be able to have a self-defense case there. Somebody started shooting, especially when you came, like their attorney said, when you came to the defense of brothers that had just gotten beaten up, and you didn't come shooting, you came swinging, and someone shot at you. I don't know. I don't see the justification of being held without bail and all that, except for the fact is that they're motorcycle clubs. And there's a war against motorcycle clubs. And you wait till you hear my video about what happens to these guys in terms of if they get bailed, whether they get bailed, all the enhancements that are thrown on them. I just had a conversation this weekend with, as I said, one of the guys that has been living this after this shooting, after all of this, living the fact that you have the attorneys, the prosecutors coming after you with full steam.
Went to confront.
So anyway, go ahead. I'm ready for you.
All right. That prosecutor, she looks like she's a freak. I'm just looking at her. When she get home from work, she looks like she's not the same person in the courtroom. She looks like she could be an animal. I'm getting that echo.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I hear it. Okay, so
let me turn this off.
I just want to say, I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her in the courtroom, and that's just bad. But anyhow,
that's wrong. That's so wrong on so many levels.
When I look at this video, I see something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I see. Yeah. Every time you put those videos up, I get it as an echo right there. Yeah. So I see in that video, I see it's more to the video than what's displayed. Obviously, nobody talks about that in the video because they don't know. I see that it was already some issues with that particular club, I'm sure. There was some type of problems, ongoing problems with that motorcycle club. They seen the other guy there. They thought that it would be a great time to harass him, bother him, cause some type of problems, try to take their colors, whatever the case is. They seen an opportunity, they went for it. Now, on the flip side, for that club to call for backup, that means that possibly they don't want them in their city, or they got some type of bigger issue amongst other clubs. That's why the clubs pulled up there. Sometimes you have clubs that come to different cities, and I don't know the story about why or how. I'm just going off of the video and how everything ended up. Maybe they're a new club coming to town. They got to mark their territory. Maybe you got other clubs that don't want them there. So you get some of these clubs that stick together and say, okay, we're going to pull up. We're going to, do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that I look at it. It's already been a problem. Then how was it that the guy had his colors? He didn't have his colors on his back? Because if I have my colors on,
see that we don't know how.
I don't know, but his colors was there. Now, out of the midst of everything that's going on, I am going to be focused on my colors. I can't go back to my club talking about they took my colors, especially if I don't have 100% story. I don't have a good story. And it's not on camera showing that I was pretty much, manhandled by 2 or 3 people and my rags was snatched from me. The rags shouldn't even be unattended. And I see
they could have taken them off of them though. We don't.
Then it's going to be a lot of stuff going on in that.
We don't see that part.
We don't. But it seemed to be too
on the
calm.
back of a chair, but it may be. Because they were punching the guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't there by himself.
I don't know.
If I'm there, the way that these guys walked up, let's just say, because I don't know, I wasn't there. If in fact he was not there by himself and he was there with another club member, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but it's gonna be a lot of furniture moving around there.
Depending on who you are. That might not be in you. They made the phone call they needed to make. That's not good enough. And okay, they make the phone call that they needed to make, right? And then that's how you see other clubs roll over into other clubs because they made that phone call. They couldn't hold their own. Then that club is just some weak ass people, and then they end up getting taken out of that club. That club gets shut down. And then they go to the dominant club. Maybe that happened.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way that I'm looking at it from the video. The video is only going to show what happened. What's the buildup? It's problems. They just seen each other on site. The other club guy went up to him, whatever was the exchange, he bombed on him. He swung on him, hit him. Right then and there, it would have been a huge fight because I wouldn't even been focused on everybody else. I would have been focused on that one guy. If I listen, if it's 3 or 4 guys, if I can get the best out of that one guy, I'm satisfied. Listen, I want to lock in on that one guy, whatever it takes. I know it's more of them. They outnumbering me, but I'm going to focus on that one guy. How was the phone call made? Couldn't make the phone call if he was already getting beat up, unless he already seen that the guy was, there.
Or shortly after.
Right.
But it happened.
He might have made the phone call because he's like, yeah, I'm here. And the guys, these guys done pulled up, whatever the case might be. I mean, we can sit and talk about it, and we can, talk about this, talk about that. We wasn't there, but I'm not gonna have nobody take my colors. I mean, it's gonna be a fight that go along with it. I'm gonna have to be knocked out.
And this is most people, this is why that video that Hollywood recently made, where a national president actually gave up some colors, is hard to believe.
Yeah, that's like one of the weakest things ever. I mean, I've seen colors get taken, so it's not
that they can't be taken.
Just they're not supposed to. You're supposed to live and die. You're supposed to. So they say you're supposed to die for those colors. Taken.
No, you're not supposed to die for your colors.
Man, listen.
Listen now. Listen. You're not supposed to die for your color. If you're outnumbered, every club has had some colors taken.
I agree. I don't disagree.
So the question is whether or not you can get them back. You don't have to die over your colors. Maybe take a whooping. I'll never forget the guys who who got beat up down there in Texas. The Beast beat these guys up and took their colors from them. But those 2 old bastards fought their asses off. So getting your colors taken is something that happens. Especially a lot of these 1% clubs do this back and forth. Can you get your colors back? That is the question. Can you get your colors back? And so I'm not mad at a guy who loses his colors, especially if he got beat up and they got taken. Even if it was just one guy that whooped him. And if you get whooped, your colors get taken. You get whooped and your colors get taken. Do you have the club that's strong enough to get them back?
Well,
so a guy, if
you get whooped and you get your colors taken, I'm hoping that you were at least fighting back,
right?
Not just willingly giving your colors back. And most of the time, when somebody takes your colors, it's one or two things. They're taking it because they want to be dominant and shut your club down, or they got a point to prove, and they're trying to charge you and extort you for getting your colors back.
Yeah,
but in that video, I didn't see any resistance.
Didn't look like a whole lot of it, if any at all.
And that makes a big difference, because it's kind of like, and I'm not there, but looking at the video, borderline cowardly to me.
Well, yeah, you didn't see a bunch of tables knocked over and stuff. And so, and that was a bar, you know what? That was a bar where you're not allowed to wear your colors. So maybe they took their colors off. That's why he didn't have the colors on. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was a bar that you weren't allowed to wear your colors.
But if that's
I don't go in those bars. I don't go in those bars. If I'm going to take my colors off to go in your bar, you won't have my participation.
But here's the thing: it's bars. I've seen it says no colors allowed, and that's okay. So you're going to safely take them back and put them in your vehicle and lock them.
I'm not going to motorcycle. Yes.
Or I'm not going to have my colors exposed sitting unattended.
Or even sitting attended, like not on my back. Even if they're next to me in a chair, I don't often do that. I have done it, but I don't often do that.
Yeah, no, I don't take my colors off when I have them. Me personally, and it's been situations where you've seen people And it's been clubs, so we done had it happen, and we done seen it happen where you have guys lay their rags down, sit them somewhere, and you get another club. They go and they grab them. It's an easy grab.
I wish the hell
We
they
got
would.
your colors, but it happens, and now you got to go and get those colors back.
Yeah, you don't have the right to come to my table or my and take my colors because you saw them on the back of my chair. That keep your hands off my shit. I put them on the back of my chair because that's where I wanted them. You pick them up on some sort of move that you think has proven some kind of a point, and we got an issue. We got the same issue that we would have if you beat me up and took my colors. We have that same issue. So don't come up to my table trying to do some old policing shit. Patch policing, no matter what kind of patch policing it is, keep your hands off my damn patch,
But
and we'll all be good.
That sounds good. That sounds good in theory, but we know that doesn't happen in real life.
Well,
It doesn't happen.
Okay.
For whatever odd reason, the opposing club has.
mm-hmm. Well, I think in this situation, I think in this situation you had a.
We got Aztec said, how do we know pulling that dude's colors wasn't deserving? Maybe they are doing dirty. Now here's something else as well. It has been cases where you have to go get someone colors. Most of the time is within your own club. But then you had those other exceptions where
There's no reason to take anybody's colors at a bar. There's a time and a place. There's no reason to take anybody's colors at an annual. There's no reason to take anybody's colors at a bar, at a gas station, when you see them passing by. If you got an issue with a club and you need their colors, call them to a meeting, have a sit down and say, hey, we need old boys' colors. I've seen it done.
I don't know, man. I vaguely I get it, but I mean I vaguely disagree. I mean, I think everything is circumstantial. I've taken colors at a funeral.
Funerals are off limits, man. You know better.
No. So here's the thing. And this is where we can agree to disagree. I've seen people come to certain places and they already have been on the hit list. And just because they thought you were at the funeral that they were in a safe space. No, you've been dodging us for quite some time. And I need those. Because you have not been a good brother.
Yeah,
you have not been
coming up to a funeral to get them. You're gonna fixing to catch it. You're gonna catch. If I knew I was on the hit list and I came to the funeral, I was prepared when I came to that funeral.
No, you have. I mean, here's the, and I'm not even gonna say here's the thing. Whatever happens at that point is just gonna happen. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna be in the funeral. They're giving the eulogy, but no. You're going to be approached and, hey, listen, we need to go outside. We're not going to publicly embarrass our club in front of, the masses, but we are going to get you. We are going to walk you quietly over here in the corner, or we are going to get you around, away from the public because you need to return those colors. And sometimes you have people that dodge and they run, and sometimes you have to get them on site because you won't catch them again. They're avoiding you, they're dodging you, and you got to get them. That's just my opinion. I've been to funerals where I've taken colors at a funeral. Me myself, I've
You're a bad man. I'm glad you're still around to talk about it. I'm glad you're still around to talk about it. The patch policing, color taking, all that kind of stuff. I'm just so against it. I think it's so unnecessary. I think that it causes more trouble. A woman is dead because somebody decided they would take somebody's patch. Her husband started getting beat up. She fired some shots to protect his life. And somebody fired 9 at her, 1 hit her in the chest and took her out. And all this happened because somebody put their hands on some shit they did not buy, they did not purchase, they did not own, and they don't have the right to do that. It's against the law. It's robbery, and it'll get you 20 years in jail.
But Dragon, we can say that, and it sounds like you're speaking more on the civilian side with certain things. When you join these clubs, you know what you sign up for. You sit in these meetings and you go through it with other members. You go through it with other guys. You hear the stories about these rags. You hear the stories about these colors. You know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. You know that if you have to turn your rags in, you should just turn them in. But then they say, fuck that, I'm not doing that. You know what comes along with it, because every dog has its day, and it becomes a time where you're on that totem pole. And we need those. And it's no man above the club. And I'm not saying that it's about being a tough guy. I'm not saying it's about being the baddest out here. It's about following the rules that's set forth in that club. You know what comes along with it. It's just like when you put these colors on your back, you know what goes along with it. When you get into a war, when you get into it with a rival club, don't wear the colors today, but then when the heat comes, you disappear. You knew what you were signing up for. And these are some of the things that people fail to realize when they join these clubs. It's not always going to be all fun and games. It's going to have, I mean, and I'm not saying like it has to be that way, but it turns into situations where it could be violence, it could be death, it can be jail. And these are not the things that people want to join the club to do, but it happens. And that's just the reality. It really happens.
Yeah, it does. And I think you're talking more on inner club politics now, where you're taking the colors from somebody that was in the club and screwed up and has been on the hit list for a while.
Yeah. That's more in the clubs. But then even outside the clubs, when you talk about other clubs taking some colors, you know, that's because they got internal beef. I mean, not internal beef. It's beef amongst the clubs, and what's the best way to get down to the nitty gritty. I got a beef, and when I take those colors from the opposing club, their nationals and their people has to come see us, and we're the big dogs at that particular moment. Y'all got to come see us, and we got demands on what we require for you to get your colors back. And then now you got a decision making. You got to say, hey, we're going to follow your terms, or we're going to go to war.
Yeah.
You know,
you're giving
that's it.
Colors back one way or the other. So we come to an agreement or we don't. But it's a shame.
But that's what happens in a lot of
as a person that you know, it's still my mission to tell y'all, stop that. Too many clubs, too many people are going to prison. A woman has just died. Stop that. Let's find ways to get back to the table. Our reputations are at stake. The MC world is under attack, and the MC world is under attack by police agencies and stuff. And they use this crap right here to get us. You know, this man is sitting in jail without bail. Do you know what that's like? You don't have a job. All your shit is being taken away. Your bills are stacking up. It's only for some people a paycheck or two till they start loading up your stuff and putting it in a truck somewhere and dumping it out in the middle of the forest. Unless you got a family and stuff, you know, you put a big burden on a lot of people. There's other ways that these clubs should be handling this. Let's go.
No, I agree. I mean, I strongly agree. I mean, when it's all said and done, everybody should be able to enjoy themselves, but we know it doesn't always happen like that.
No.
And I mean, it's not just bikers. I mean, it's any type of groups of people.
Yeah.
You know, it's just different levels to it. It's competitiveness.
Yeah. Let's get to our next story.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when officers get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the second you volatile, it can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC. The Biker Boys, the Biker Boys. It's in the house, so most definitely blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon, Black Savage, MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Black Dragon's Biker TV at his best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon. I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.